Good evening, folks, and welcome to a broadcast by LaPorte Slicer Network presenting high school boys basketball. Here tonight are your commentators, Isaac Chezem, and the best color man in the business, the fleet-footed Cole Raymond.
Hey.
Tonight, the Michigan City Wolves are coming out of their den to challenge the LaPorte Slicers here in the Maple City. You know, Cole, there's just 10 miles separating the two schools. There is undoubtedly a rivalry present. How significant is this rivalry, Cole?
This is one of the biggest rivalries in Northwest Indiana. I mean, two teams. I mean, let's be frank with each other. They don't like each other, and hopefully it's going to be a hammer-filled game tonight, and I can't wait to watch.
Exactly. You know, I think most notable in this matchup, though, is the fact that the Wolves coach, Tom Wells, is again coaching under this roof, but this time under a different school. Wells was the coach for the Slicers from 2003 to 2017 for a total of 15 seasons and 3 sectional titles. He led his last LaPorte team to a 19-7 record. Now leading the Slicers' rival, Coach Wells has led them to an 8-4 record on the season. He actually began on a higher note this season as his team began with a 7-1 start, the best in Michigan City school history. As for the Slicers, Coach Benj is getting his footing in the program, with this being his 3rd season at LaPorte, as he tries to have back-to-back winning seasons. Tonight, the 8-4 Michigan City Wolves take on the 7-6 LaPorte Slicers. Cole, let's get to know this Michigan City team a little better. What are the Wolves' strengths, and how will they help them against the Slicers?
Yeah, this Michigan City team looking a little different with the exit of Boyd and the newcomer, Coach Tom Wells. Obviously not new to the game of basketball, new to this Michigan City program. And this Michigan City team, they have speed. They want to push. This team can absolutely fly. And another thing with Michigan City that was different in the past, this team can actually shoot the basketball. I mean, a couple years, they didn't really have that go-to score, and they really couldn't shoot the basketball. They just wanted to drive. This team actually can step out and hit some shots. And another thing, they're crazy athletic. They got 5 guys on the floor that can dunk at all times. I mean, they have 2 point guards. One's 5'6", one's 5'8". They can both dunk. So it's going to be they're crazy athletic, crazy fast, and LaPorte's got to just slow them down, play their game, and I think it'll be a great one to watch.
Yeah, and the Slicers had a lot of energy going into last game against the Chesterton Trojans, who are ranked 21st in the state and probably the best team in the DAC. And they were crushing the Trojans in the first quarter. And I think the atmosphere tonight can really propel them to get past the Wolves if they have that same energy and strategy that they did against Chesterton that first quarter, although they did lose.
LaPorte got off in the Chesterton game to one of the best starts they have in a very long time. I mean, up 9 against one of the top teams. They're probably the top team in the conference, one of the top teams in the state, and we just didn't have the firepower to match them late. We kind of struggled, turned the ball over too much. So this atmosphere hopefully can help LaPorte play hard all game long.
Yeah, and the series in the last 35 years between Michigan City and LaPorte is LaPorte leading 29-17. And their last meeting was last year, in which LaPorte won by 3, 54-51, January 18th of last year.
And that was a sure exciting one to watch. It would battle up. LaPorte had a 12-point lead with around 6 minutes to go. City came charging back. It was a pretty exciting game to watch. Garrett at large hit some big-time shots late. Drake Gunn did his thing down low, and LaPorte's missing them this year, so City should take a full advantage of that.
But these last games and records don't mean that much because tonight these players are fighting for this historic battle. This is really an incredible rivalry between these two schools. There's IU and Purdue, Duke and North Carolina, Kansas and Kansas State. Then there is LaPorte and Michigan City. Friends, fans, and foes have had this date circled on their calendars for months. This rivalry was already red hot, but the former Slicers coach joining the school only adds fuel to the fire. Stay tuned as the LaPorte Slicers head-to-head with the Michigan City Wolves. We're about to start this game. Fans, this is going to be a barn burner tonight.
This game, it doesn't matter what your record was, doesn't matter how your season's going. This game this LaPorte versus Michigan City matchup can change your entire outlook of the season. Say Michigan City wins this game, they can go out of this 1-3 slump. They can win 7 in a row. LaPorte the same way. So this game can really change a season.
And we're heading straight into the starting lineups as we had the national anthem. I take that back. We're doing a second national anthem tonight. And here we are, taking a short break for our nation. And we're heading straight into the starting lineups as we have the national anthem. I take that back.
Overall record of 8 wins and 4 losses. Up to the starting lineup for the Michigan City Wolves.
There was a beautiful national anthem by the LaPorte High School pep band. Now going into the lineups, Michigan City.
Number 5, Jalen Bullock, 6'6" sophomore. Evan Bush, a junior, 6'5". Marion Hatch, another sophomore.
5'10", 5'8" guard. And number 0, Desmond Hawkins, 6'2", senior.
And Jamie Hodges, a junior, or a freshman, excuse me. Jamie Hodges Jr., and then he's only a freshman. Really taking this city, really helping them on the offense side of the ball.
Yeah, he leads the Wolves in scoring as a freshman on the season.
Reminds me of someone last year for LaPorte Slicers,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Grant At-Large.
And here are your LaPorte Slicers. The starting lineup. Number 44, Grant At-Large, 6'3", sophomore.
I just talked about him last year. Man's been here, has done that. Hopefully he can have a good one tonight.
And Grant Gresham, number 32, 6'6", jumping out of the gym.
Grant Gresham can make this place go on fire tonight.
Next in the lineup is Ethan Osowski, number 12 at 6'1".
Sharp shooter. He can shoot the basketball.
Next is Carson Krass, who is dealing with a minor hand injury. You can see his hand is wrapped up a little there. And finally, Garrett At-Large, 6'3", number 24.
Hopefully we can see a Garrett At-Large show tonight. Really, if he's on, I mean, he had 37 against Lafayette Jefferson. He can score if he's on. Hopefully Garrett lets the game come to him. Not Garrett forces the game, let it come to him. And Garrett can go off tonight.
And here in the navy and white away jerseys are the Michigan City Wolves. And in the home whites with orange, your LaPorte Slicers. Grant Gresham is tipping the ball off for LaPorte. And for the Wolves, number 5, Jalen Bullock, 6'6".
I haven't seen Grant Gresham lose a tip all year, so let's see how it goes.
And the Slicers win. Crass is pushing it down, gets it blocked.
Number 12, Evan Bush. Oh,
what a way to start off the game.
City
for the
fans
Wolves.
getting hype. Not the way LaPorte wanted. City, almost perfect.
Yeah.
It's already getting hype. And it's 4 seconds into this game. Lob.
Gresham goes up.
And
They'll
one.
lay it in.
No, I'm sorry. So loud.
Hodges Jr., the freshman, bringing it off the court. Hodges gets it again, throwing it around the arc. He drives in, step back. Doesn't think. Number 3 pulls up, and that is Omarion Hatch.
Omarion Hatch hit that one from way downtown. That's a scary sign if he goes off. He can score the basketball.
Also a scary sign in the DAC. He's only a sophomore. Now it's Garrett Outlarge putting up a right-handed layup.
They put Garrett Outlarge in the block, and Garrett Outlarge went to work.
Hawkins pulls up. He's short. And the Slicers let it bounce out to bring it down to the other end.
I haven't seen Garrett Outlarge in the block almost all year, and they threw it out to him. City in their typical full court pressure. Let's see if City can get down and guard in this half court.
Wasowski tries to feed Grant Outlarge, but a foul on City.
Jalen Bullock gets called with that one. Jalen Bullock, their tallest guy at 6'6". Hopefully he can stay off foul trouble.
Grant Outlarge goes up and finishes.
Grant Outlarge with a big boy move right there. Solid one. You just feel this gym. You can feel that nervous atmosphere. I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring one.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the 80s, I think.
Hodges pulls up, and he's too long, but Garrett Outlarge gets the board. They toss it up the court to Grant Outlarge, who gets it to Gresham. And they call a foul on that instead of a block.
LaPorte in this first minute and 39 seconds of the game coming out firing on all cylinders. Coach Ben's got to love it.
In his bright orange blazer.
Yeah, we haven't seen that from him, have we?
No.
I haven't seen it. I like it. I like it, though.
Yeah, it's a statement.
LaPorte versus Michigan City, you got to have a fashion trend. I like it. I like it, Coach.
And Gresham, much improved free throw shooter this year, sinks the first.
Gresham's a solid free throw shooter. He's 22 for 26 on the year. Really improved on his free throws. And it's showing right here. Making it 24 for 28 on the year. City looking to get a good shot. Mariana Hatch already buried one from out there. Port got to put a hand in his
The
face.
Slicers look to be in a 1-2-2. City penetrates, they go up. No foul called, but they get their own board. They're stuck behind the basket, but they kick it out. Number 12, Evan Bush, who pulls up and sinks it. Nothing but nylon for the Wolves.
Evan Bush, man, that looks smooth. Right off the ball screen, pick and pop.
Crass handling pressure well. Osowski pulls up, and he can't get it. Wolves are pushing the ball aggressively down the court.
That's what we talked about, one of the keys of the game. Michigan City wants to go play their game. LaPorte got to slow it down. Slow it down. For City, go out and push. Make LaPorte play their kind of game.
They pull up from 3, and that's Marion Hatch.
You see Gresham's jumping ability really going to pay dividends for LaPorte.
LaPorte getting their offense set up.
Crass trying to go to work.
And he does. He goes up. Strong. It breaks out, but he goes up. Offensive foul on the Slicers. First foul of many in this heated game.
City's already talking. City and LaPorte are talking.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left in the first.
Number 21, Jose Jenkins, who checked in for the Jalen Bullock, who has 2 fouls.
Slicers get a hand on it, and they keep the... As Crass tried to call a timeout falling out of bounds, they called that possession of Michigan City.
Crass was in bounds when he was calling for the timeout.
He was standing on one leg, calling timeout.
I guess the ref didn't see it, I guess. But he was right there, so.
For a good 3 seconds was calling timeout. City gets it in.
Close to the inbounds.
Hodges feeds the paint. That's number 21, Jenkins, who went up.
LaPorte trying to push.
Ran out large, picks up his dribble, but hits Gresham.
Nice pass. Come on, baby.
Kicks it to Osowski in the corner, and can't get it. I believe that's 0 for 3 from the three-point line tonight. 0 for 2. City pulls up, brick, Crass with a rebound.
Coach Bench saying slow this game down. Probably wise. Looks early. City wants to guard in the half-court game.
Large pulls up from 3. He can't get it.
Gresham
gets the board, goes back up, and gets blocked a second time on the game.
Good deep.
Crass picks it up, pulls up.
Hey! Carson Crass letting the fans know he can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, and he gave City a nasty look, waiting to
steal and the 3. This gym's getting hype. Over and back.
Great defense by Carson Crass, putting that pressure on the Wolves.
3-year starting point guard starting to pay dividends in this one. Rivalry game, Carson Crass letting them know he can shoot the basketball.
And there's a replay of the energy that Carson Crass can bring to this team.
And for Coach Ben, starting him as a sophomore, it's really paying dividends in a big-time matchup like this. He's been here. He knows what it feels like, and that pays clutch for LaPorte.
Granite Large goes off strong, can't get it. City with the board. Watson new to the game with the board and bringing it up. They feed the elbow. Goes up strong. That's Jose Jenkins.
They were giving Jose Jenkins an open look on the elbow. He decides just to go and power and score.
You can tell watching some film, they knew his range. Garrett pulls up and sinks it from the corner.
Garrett at large.
14-8.
That talent is 5th point. Sticking that tongue out, letting them know it's my night.
Great spin move by Jenkins, who gets the bucket.
Jose Jenkins coming off the bench, already's got 5. City's letting them know. Crass pushing. I would look for Garrett. Marion Hatch putting on him. Super fast.
Schroeder trying to handle the ball under pressure. He picks his dribble up again. And Crass is hoping to reset his offense here. Nice spin move, handling. And a poor pass cost a turnover for the Slicers.
Micah Spat checking into the game.
That's who you want leading your defense right there. He brings so much energy to this team, to the fans, to this gym.
Micah Spat. The fans even chanting Micah.
And new to the game for the Wolves is number 4, Donia Grant. Both teams getting a lot of subs early as we're still in the first. Watson kicks it to Jenkins, who kicks it back out. Number 10, Karen McKinney,
no charge,
kicked it out. City pulls up. They're long.
Coach Bench shouting, slow it down, slow it down. This can get fast, and Coach Bench, as we talked about, does not want that. He wants to slow this game down.
And they call a foul on the Wolves.
Jose Jenkins shoving Grant out large.
And now new to the game is Zach Bragg for Garrett out large.
City pulls up, they're long. Coach Bench shouting, slow it down, slow it down.
Crass inbounding it. Gets it off in time to Bragg, who feeds Schroeder down low.
Schroeder making a move.
Up. Can't get it. City with the rebound. Bringing up is Watson.
Coach Bench going to his deep bench already. Has 3 non-starters on the floor.
Which is rare for LaPorte.
Yeah, usually we got 4 or 5 on the 3 or 4 on the floor.
No call. on Jenkins, for Jenkins. And I think if the refs keep letting those fouls slip away, it's going to be an ugly game. Because this is already a rivalry game full of boiling blood. And I would not expect it to get any.
The refs are letting them play.
Has 3 non-starters on the floor, which is rare for the court. Yeah, usually
LaPorte
4 or 5 on the
really doesn't have any scores on the floor right now. Garrett Allars checking back into the game.
Bush goes up and couldn't get it. Gresham stepped out of bounds when he got the board, though, leading the Wolves the possession.
Yeah, we have to put scores back on the floor. That lineup Coach Bench put out, no one could really score, like really all year. I mean, maybe they can score in practice and we don't see it, but they can't. We got to have scores on the floor. We bring in both our shooters.
The Wolves get the board. Dribble right in. That's Grant who lost it, but the Wolves get it. McKinney fouled on his way up.
Coach Bench, obviously Wells is coming home party back to LaPorte. He doesn't want to lose this game. You can just tell it early in this game. There just feels like there's something different in this game. Feels like there's a little more antsy in this part. I mean, packed gym.
And there we see Coach Wells, longtime coach of the LaPorte Slicers.
Yeah, he did a lot of great things at LaPorte. One of his last years, we won a sectional title with Gay Jott and Josh Fleming and those boys. I mean, Streeter's year. I mean, we had a lot of talent there. Only positive things from Wells, from me, and us here at the studio.
And ball's on the floor, bodies
loose
on
ball,
the floor.
Loose ball. John Ball.
And I believe that is City's possession. That was after the Wolves, McKinney, missed his second free throw.
These loose balls in these games really can determine the game. 50-50 balls, loose balls.
Grant inbound.
You got to win them.
Throws it up, but Slicers are there. Pull up. No good. That was Tahari Watson,
who last year lit it up in the JV game. He had over 25 points. He's a sharp shooter, so watch out for him. Coach Bench going back to Grand Out for Mason Schroeder.
After Mason Schroeder got his pass through the lane, tipped away.
If I was Coach Bench, the starting 5 on the floor right now, I mean, they should be playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah. Grant Out Large goes up strong, but gets it blocked away.
Free ball.
No good. It's bricked.
By
Tipping by all teams.
LaPorte trying to throw a trap.
But Grant came up with it. Hits number 12. He can't get it to go. And as the dust settles, it's the Slicers' ball.
Coach Wells loving that. I mean, you got 2 good looks at 3. I mean, Michigan City much well improved. Really got to love those chances. I mean, they're going to hit it 9 out of 10 times.
And it looks like the Slicers will get the last shot
here with 8 seconds to go. See what we draw up. Looks like Garrett Out Large 3. Gresham got in the way.
Grant Out Large picks up his dribble, passes it away. Caught by Desmond Hawkins to end your first quarter here with the Michigan City Wolves battling the LaPorte Slicers here in LaPorte, Indiana. Score is 14-11 Slicers. We'll be back after this short break.
Looks like the Slicers will get the last shot here with 8 seconds to go. See what we draw. Looks like Garrett Out Large 3. Gresham got in the way. Grant Out Large picks up his dribble, passes it away. Caught by Desmond Hawkins to end your first quarter here with the Michigan City Wolves battling the LaPorte Slicers here in LaPorte, Indiana. Score is 14-11 Slicers. We'll be back after this short break.
Here, starting your second quarter, Grant Gresham inbounding the ball for the Slicers.
Throwing a little
Osowski.
trap. Grass. Don't want him 3-year starting point guard. We're going to keep preaching experience. LaPorte's got a 3-year starter, a 4-year starter, a 2-year starter, and 2 1-year starters.
And a foul on the Wolves.
Number 11, Jamie Hodges Jr., the freshman,
Who is killing it for the Wolves this season, leading the team in scoring.
really has shown nothing tonight, though. So LaPorte's being a good job at containing him.
Grass. Hold on. 3-year starting point guard.
Grant out large goes up with a reverse layup.
Good move right there by Grant at large.
3-year starter. A 4-year
Reverse left-hand layup under the basket. I mean, those are the drills he works on day in and day out.
Yeah, he's been great this season. If you need to inbound the ball, he's an easy option for an easy bucket.
Good defense for LaPorte. Grass looking to find shooters. They're throwing a trap wide open.
Garrett at large
Gotta
takes
go.
his time. Bang from the corner.
Garrett at large. He's got 8 points. Wide open 3. Garrett takes 400 shots a day. I mean, he's going to bang that.
Good move right there by Grant at large.
City goes up and misses. So that is 2 shots for McKinney.
Silly foul right there by Garrett at large. Hits a great shot on the other end. Garrett out. He needs to be on the floor at all times. So Garrett really has to stay out of foul trouble. LaPorte student fans shouting happy birthday to Karen McKinney, the senior, 6'2".
He's 3 for 4 on free throws for the night.
Great shot on the other end. Garrett out. He needs to be on the floor at all times. So Garrett really
Crash trying to handle pressure. Gets it over the timeline.
Grass has done a superb job at that.
LaPorte student fans
Garrett out large.
At large.
Step
back.
back 3. Can't get it to go.
Oh,
Tip in by Ethan Osowski. That is something we haven't seen all year.
I haven't seen that one time out of him, man. He gets in the paint, rivalry game, 3 ball. No good. That's a great job right there by Ethan Osowski to put LaPorte up 21-13 with 6:30 left in this second quarter.
That's really something special, that aggressiveness to drive in on that loose ball in the air.
First silly turnover made by Carson all game.
Leading to an easy 2 points for the Wolves.
Carson Kress has to stay in this game and stay mentally there.
one time out of him, man. He gets in the paint, rivalry game, 3 ball. No good. That's a great job right there by Ethan Osowski.
Gresham gets the ball stolen away by Evan Bush, who goes up strong, can't get it. But they call a foul on Bush, who is pushing around. Ran out large for the board.
I think he got him. He missed the layup, went for the rebound, and just knocked down Grant at large. So I'm unsure how that went down. And City inserting 2 of their starting guards, the sophomore and the freshman, Amari Hatch and Jamie Hodges Jr.
And it looks like Grant at large is a little shaken up by that last elbow thrown to the gut
Yeah,
by Evan
I
Bush.
mean, I would too.
Yeah.
LaPorte,
Maintains possession
He got him.
as
missed
he
the
spins away.
went for the rebound and just
Crass can't get the bucket.
we got to have those. I mean, wide open layup right there.
City pushing it fast. They go up. No good, but Evan Bush tips it in.
Evan Bush, a true scorer for them, has 5 points tonight.
Crass gets it tipped away. They go up. Easy layup once again for the Michigan City.
Jamie Hodges with his first 2 points of the game. Carson Kress, I mean, we don't have anyone else on the bench that can handle this pressure, so he's just got to get in the flow of the game. He can't turn the ball over. I mean, we saw this at Chesterton. Their point guard went for 26, really all pick and pop all night. So Kress just has to slow down, do what he did in the first quarter. I think LaPorte will be fine. We just got to slow down.
And it looks like Grant Gresham is being helped off the court into the trainer's room.
That's not a good sign right there for LaPorte. We have Mason Schroeder coming off the bench, but besides that, I mean, there's really no one. So
yeah, the Slicers' best athlete will certainly be missed.
yeah, he's going all the way to the training room, too, it appears.
And that was after Evan Bush went up and he tried to contest the potential dunk and was knocked to the ground.
If he's out for a while, I mean, that's big time for LaPorte, not just for this game, but for the rest of the year. I mean, he went all the way to the training room, and Grant Gresham's a really tough kid. Like he's if you get to know him, he's really strong. There's nothing that bothers him. So hopefully he comes back.
Yeah, his rebounds, his tip-in buckets on cleanup crew, and most importantly, the dunks that energize this crowd.
But for City as well, I mean, they've really been putting the pressure. A little 7-0 run, or 6-0 run. I'm sorry. Just got to slow it down. They're throwing a little full-court press here. Nice pass.
And they break it to Osowski, who finally gets to Garrett out large, pulls up hard three, rolls out. But that is 3 free throws for the senior.
That's one of those shots, if you miss it and there's no foul call, yeah.
There might be a seat.
Yeah, I think there's a seat over there on the bench for you, but thank God she got the foul. He almost hit the shot, so I shouldn't really be saying anything, but
yeah.
I mean, it's one of those shots where, I mean, if someone's going to make it, it's going to be that man right there, number 24, Garrett out large.
As he sinks his first free throw.
Garrett out large has 9 points tonight, leading the way for the Slicers. Gresham, it appears, still in the training room. Hopefully he can come back in, but if not, I don't know what LaPorte's gonna do, to be honest. Maybe Zach Bragg on the bench, but it appears we have 5 guards on the bench right now. We don't really have a lot of bigs.
No.
On this bench, so I don't. LaPorte might be 5 out. I have no idea. 4-1 with Grant out large in the middle, but
the Wolves get it. Going up strong is Jose Jenkins Jr.
Jose Jenkins Jr., 6 points off the bench.
Yeah, making use of that glass.
LaPorte trying to find Crass.
And Crass, nice spin.
Nice pass.
He hits Osowski in the corner, who drives in baseline. Kicks it out to Garrett out large for 3. Bang! A triple for the Slicers.
Garrett out large with a big shot.
And the crowd is roaring, putting the Slicers up 27-21.
I think that's Garrett out large 14th point tonight.
Pulling up is Bush, who is shorter with the board. Crass making sure that ball gets out, but it went out of bounds.
Crass lost it in his hand. Just had the desperation throw it over Ethan's head. Man, things like that, we just got to regroup. I mean, next play. Basketball short memory. That's what we got to have.
That really shows you how intimidating this Michigan City pressure can be for the Slicers.
Marion Hatch looking to pull up.
Driving baseline.
Stepped out of bounds. Good call.
Hawkins stepped out.
They're pulling Hawkins for Tahari Watson. Sharp shooter who can really stroke it.
Yeah, Watson is the guy they can rely on for threes.
Out large. And one. Oh.
They call a travel on Grant out large as he tried to drop step to the basket.
Thought it was an and one. Travel. Got to respect the call.
Michigan City taking their time. LaPorte trying out his zone here.
A little 3-2 zone to stop shooters.
But they still pull up. No good. Grant out large with the board.
Tahari Watson shoot that one from the volleyball line.
And that's not unusual for the Wolves, who are accustomed to shooting from deep. And Mason Schroeder drew the foul from the block.
Great shot up close of the competitors playing.
And checking back into the game here soon is Karen McKinney, who has certainly been letting his presence known for the Slicers. Schroeder makes the first.
Great shot of LaPorte cheerleaders right there, and you can see packed house from City.
Schroeder misses the second. Kinney, who's just back into the game, secures the board. City driving in strong, but starts running through the lane for a change of possessions.
City fans unsure about the call.
Because they thought there might have been a foul there to trip him up.
28-21 with 2:45 remaining in this one.
Garrett Outlarge pulls up, in and out.
That's Garrett Outlarge's game right there. City pushing.
Going up strong, and they still get the board.
Well,
Jamie Hodges Jr.
screaming at the official. Can I get a call, please?
Yeah, there was a slap on the arm, but the Slicers are lucky because that would have been on Garrett Outlarge, sharpshooter for the Slicers.
That's Jamie Hodges' second foul of the night. And he's hot on that bench. You better watch it. City against Munster on Tuesday night had 5 technical fouls. 1 on Wells, 2 on an assistant coach who's not here tonight because he got ejected. City's really got to watch their players. And Wells is still jawing at the official.
Yeah, and that Munster team is good. They're 13-1 on the season and on a 10-game win streak, as well as being ranked 31st in the state.
And they should be a top 10 team in the state watching them play. They can play.
And that was 40 minutes away for the Wolves. And the Slicers actually closed their regular season play in Munster on February 28th.
Last year in LaPorte, we lost by 25. It was a bad struggle against Munster.
Hatch beats it down low, kick it out. Getting the ball around, pulls up for 3, and gets it to go. Number 3, Omarion Hatch.
Omarion Hatch, 2 for 3 shooting from 3-land, tallying for his 6th point of the game. Looking for Garrett,
who drives in, kicks it to
nice
his
pass.
brother, Grant Outlarge, who's called for the offensive foul.
That's the right call right there by the official. Number 2, Tahari Watson, struggling from shooting. He's going to make it up on the defense side of the ball. Gotta love it.
Yeah, Grant Outlarge tried to get that power dribble to get his way to the basket, but Watson knew how to utilize that.
I'm sure that was in the scouting report right there from Tom Wells. Really good thing to watch from City. If your coach, Tom Wells.
Slicer still in that 3-2 zone.
City swinging the ball.
Pulling up, Danya Grant. Called for a foul is Garrett Outlarge.
Coach Ben's looking at the official. Garrett Outlarge. Let's see what he does here. Garrett Outlarge has 2 fouls. He's looking. He will not go with a guy on the bench. Garrett Outlarge has to be super smart in this next 136. This gym just got super loud on the free throw, just to show you. I mean, it really hasn't been this packed in a long, long time. I know the 97-98 team would say something different. This place was completely packed.
And Grant misses his second as well. City gets the board, but they're called for a travel, giving the possession to the Slicers.
And to go back on the 97-98 team, this place, it was sold out head to toe, led by Greg Tonical, Billy Spence, all those guys. I mean, it was really, Greg Tonical had a clutch 3 to win the game, or to make him tie the game, and then he hit a 3 at the buzzer. This place was absolutely on fire.
Osowski called for the travel as he tried to go baseline for a bucket. And Garrett Outlarge is pulled from the game because of his 2 fouls.
Nice.
And hit in his place is number 20, Micah Spat.
1:22 left in this game. LaPorte, let's just try to keep it a 5-point game here. and for LaPorte and for Michigan City that you can really capitalize. I'd be pushing. Not a lot of, I mean, we have scoring on the floor, but without our best shooters. So.
And it's not just the
City's
Slicers
stalling.
that are in foul trouble, but so are the Wolves with 8 fouls, giving the Slicers the bonus.
Adding Micah Spat on the floor really gives LaPorte a lot.
Number 2, Tahari Watson for
We talked
3.
about his shooting 3, and that looks smooth right there. Let's see if he gets on a roll.
Yeah, coming off the bench, he definitely makes his
Showing a
presence
trap.
known.
Michigan City fans out there absolutely hating the call by the referee. You have to respect the refs. Sportsmanship, key of the game.
And that puts Carson Crass at the free throw line.
Carson Crass shooting pretty well on the season from the free throw line. He's 40 for 54 on the year, shooting 74% from the free throw line. Making the first free throw.
And there are your commentators for the night.
Hi.
Carson Crass sinks the second.
Big free throw right there by Carson Crass, making this 32-29.
Watson bringing the ball up the court.
And this gym is feeling it. I love it. Mariana Hatch out there laughing. He likes the noise.
Yeah, this is what you live for.
LaPorte student section getting hype.
20 seconds left in the second. City draining the clock to get this last shot.
Wells screaming for a timeout, and he gets it. With 13.3 seconds remaining. And Isaac, I'm going to go to you on this one. What would you do if you're Coach Wells? Because, I mean, he has the clipboard out. You know, he's drawing up a play. What would your play, like, design? What are you looking for in this play? Draw me a play.
Obviously, you have a lot of shooters, a lot of talented shooters that Coach Wells has worked with on and off throughout the season. And he is just a great coach when it comes to shooting threes. Watson can just stroke it. So I would definitely draw up something behind the arc
Yeah,
for the Wolves.
I'd be looking for a Marianne Hatch. Go to the basket, maybe find Tahari Watson and see if they bring in Jamie Hodges Jr. to come in the game. They're not bringing in Hodges, but Tahari Watson in the game. Let's see for a Marianne Hatch to drive the basketball, kick out to Tahari, 3-ball. That's my play call. It looks like Tahari's at point guard, so it might be vice versa. Tahari drives, kick out to Amari.
Yeah, but
And they're
with the
throwing him the
Wolves
ball.
down 3,
Well,
a tie game going into the half would
Watch out for
definitely
Tahari.
provide them energy.
Tahari Watson right here. Let's go an ISO ball. Way
Pulling
downtown.
up from the volleyball line. No good.
Super unsure of what that play call was out of a timeout. City looked at him. No. That's questionable.
Yeah, they had
Let's
to
just say
settle
that.
from the behind the volleyball line. That is not something you would expect from Coach Tom Wells.
Coming out of a timeout. I mean, any coach would tell you the same thing. Volleyball line 3. And they had open looks. I mean, they just couldn't. Maybe a little momentum. Swift for LaPorte. Maybe not. You never know.
And that brings the game 32-29.
And a great
Slicers.
and a great showing from Michigan City student section.
Hawaiian theme.
Hawaiian theme. Usually bringing it out.
And LaPorte with the USA theme. Well, here's the start of halftime. We'll be back with you in a short time. You're listening to Slicer Network, Boys High School Basketball. And that brings the game 32-29.
Good ball, third back, first for the Wolves. Griffin Piotrowski with 2 points. And Watson around the 50, 2 points each. Kenny Jr. with 4. And then Blue with 5. Martin Hatch. Hopefully Griffin Jr. with 6 points each. So the Slicers in control with 1. And then the Southern with 2. Then Gresham and Van Outlaw with 4 points each. Carson Craft with 7. They're Outlaw with 4 points each. Slicers will be back at action next Friday, January 31st, as they host the Bulldogs at LaPorte High School. Junior varsity kickoff at 5:30 p.m.
Back here, your commentators, Isaac Chezem and Cole Raymond, here to recap the first half for you. Michigan City scored 11 in the first quarter, the Slicers 14, and they both had 18 in the second. Cole, what did the Wolves need to do to be victorious in this game tonight?
Well, first of all, I think they did really good in the first quarter trying to play their game. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, their game, it's a track meet. They want to go out and push. We showed that. And LaPorte we kind of wanted to start pushing a little too. LaPorte's got to settle back, go slow, and then at the right time we got to click, we got to make our move. We're not there yet. For City, we just got to go do their thing. Go shoot the basketball, go play fast, try to get LaPorte out of our game. That's, like Michigan City, the key, get LaPorte out of our game, get out of an open offense, make LaPorte push the ball, and I think that's a big key, and City showed that.
Yeah, and what's special or unique about what Michigan City is able to do in the paint against the Slicers are usually the ones dominating in the paint with Grant At-Large, Grant Gresham, and Mason Schroeder. But tonight, it's the other way around.
Gresham getting hurt, and Gresham he's not even on the bench. Not a good sign for LaPorte. So we have to go Schroeder. Grant Gresham was our rebounding guy. He was our energetic guy. We not have them, so LaPorte has to regroup. We gotta go play a game we didn't expect. Challenges face everyone. Let's see how LaPorte responds to obstacles in the way.
And in his place is Mason Schroeder, number 40 for the Slicers. Michigan City with the ball.
Let's see if Michigan City has a drawn play set up. It appears so. I'm going to call right here. Mariana Hatch is going to hit it. They're looking for a Mariana Hatch here. Could be missed. No, they're going down low. Dunk. Oh.
And the dunk is missed.
It's
by
missed.
The Wolves.
LaPorte pushing. I like it. Nice pass, Crass.
Schroeder went up strong and got the foul. 2 free throws for the senior.
City fans were hopping up before that one went in. If that would have went in, City, it was almost perfect execution, but it missed, so bad sign.
Yeah, the Slicers are very fortunate.
And the dunk is missed.
And that foul on number 5, Jalen Bullock, the starter, put him at 3 fouls to start the third.
Oh, big loss. He was out. He was out the entire second quarter, really out basically the entire game. And he's out again, man. That's tough.
Yeah, if you remember,
Coach Wells has to be pretty upset about that.
If you remember, he's the tallest player on their team at 6'6", and tipped the ball off for the Wolves.
His skill set's elite, and for LaPorte, we have to be thankful he's in foul trouble.
Pulling up is Hodges.
The freshman, no good. At-Large looking for it. He has a huge size advantage.
Osowski pulls up for 3. Sinks it.
Big shot by number 12, Ethan Osowski. That's his 5th point of the game, and he likes it on defense.
Clapping it up right there. Getting low.
LaPorte giving Michigan City its own medicine. Knocking down shots. And LaPorte has been notorious for great second half starts. This is a pretty darn good one right here in the first minute 15.
Yeah, and the Slicers haven't been too great in the second quarter either, but they tied the Wolves in
Looking
scoring.
for Garrett.
Garrett At-Large pulls up. Sinks it! Another 3-ball for the Slicers.
Big time shot.
And with that, Coach Tom Wells for the Wolves is forced to call a timeout.
Garrett At-Large. This man's on a mission right now.
And that puts the lead for the Slicers 40-29.
Garrett At-Large has 17 points right now and is absolutely lighting it up from way downtown. And that's where he's shooting them. He's not right on the line. he's a step back, and he's knocking them down.
I think a good reason they're able to do it, of course, being able to rest at halftime, but most importantly, they're zoning on the other end of the court, and that is saving them a lot of energy that would be wasted on chasing these athletic guys for the Wolves.
Isaac, I'm going to say it. Big-time players make big-time plays. Stacey King for the Bulls. Thank you for that one. Garrett At-Large is really balling right now. You got to love it. He's letting them know, man. This is my house, and Michigan City, they're not – this is going to stay my house.
And the Wolves have possession. Hatch tossing it around.
This is a great start.
Going up, number 12 for the Wolves.
LaPorte's on an 8-0 run. They're trying to find Crass.
Ran out large, getting through the
Garrett's
pressure.
open.
And it goes through Osowski's hands with a little long of a pass by Grant Out Large. Going into the stands.
Garrett was open in the corner. And now we got to find him. We're good. LaPorte, Coach Ben should be preaching. We're good. We're on an 8-0 run right now.
Yeah, and the last two buckets have been threes for the Slicers. Ethan Osowski and Garrett Out Large. So those are definitely the guys you want to get the ball to.
Coach Wells preaching to his guys from Michigan City. Stay calm. Let's hit some shots. Ooh, nice ball handling.
City
by
kicks
Jamie
it out.
Hodges.
In the corner, Bush can't get it, but Grant Out Large secures the
Michigan
ball.
City is stone cold in the second half. This might be isolation ball, Garrett Out Large. It's not. Coach Ben shouting out what he wants. Looks like it's the open offense.
Ball's tipped away as Osowski tried to feed Grant Out Large in the paint. And it looks like it remains Slicer's ball. Checking into the game, Karen McKinney and Tahari Watson.
Michigan City putting shooters in this game. Coach Wells feeling this could get out of hand.
Grant Out Large, somehow the ball, after bouncing around the cylinder, goes out.
It bounced 3 times before that one went out.
The Wolves going up strong. Bush thought about it, didn't go.
Michigan City surrounded with shooters right now. Let's see if they can find one of them.
And they call a foul on Grant Out Large.
I didn't see anything on that. Maybe I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Coach Benj obviously is unhappy with that call as well.
Because we had 3-on-1 going the other way, so
Going up was McKinney, who
this
couldn't
could be a
get it.
5-point swing.
The Wolves still get the board.
Tari Watson looking for it.
Pulling
That's
up.
cash.
Money from Tahari Watson.
That's a 5-point swing right there. We get that call. Tahari Watson, I mean, that's why he's in the game. To shoot
Getting the ball
basketball.
down. Osowski from the corner. In and out.
Coach Ben's preaching. Get back on defense.
As we've seen earlier, this city
Wide
team
open.
will definitely
They can
take any advantage
they can
they
score
can in
super
transition.
fast. Technical fouls on Wells.
As he is on the court, about 7 feet out onto the court with the ref. And the student section is going back and forth here. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third.
That's 2 technicals in 2 games. I'm unsure what he was yelling about. Maybe a foul or something, but I mean, I didn't see anything, so. And maybe he might be showing a message to his players. Garrett Out Large has 18 tonight. Nice close shot of him right there. Getting ready to shoot this free throw, and it's good on the technical foul shots.
And that brings the Slicers' lead to 10 points, 42-32.
Coach Wells still jawing. 2 technical fouls, ladies and gentlemen, ejection. And imagine that. This coming out party for Coach Wells. Ejected from the game.
Osowski inbounding it for the Slicers, tosses
Lob.
it up to the opposite side of the court to
Garrett out
Garrett
large.
out large, which could have
Let me
been
see
an
those
awful
hops.
turn of events for the Slicers.
But it's not.
And Crass drives in. Strong goes up, lays it in, no good. And I believe they're going to call a foul on Granite Large, who it looked like his arm might have been held, an old
Yeah.
James Harden move to draw the foul.
James Harden.
Drawing fouls that weren't there.
Nothing intentional there. I think Granite Large was going for the ball. City, though, thought otherwise.
And with that, they have the possession, bringing the ball down the court.
42-32 here with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
And that was the third foul on Granite Large.
Way downtown.
And they put Zach Bragg in his position.
Bad shot, I think, by Tari Watson, even though he just knocked down a three. Just get into your offense. Try to get some better things.
And penetrating the pressure are the Slicers. Tipped away by the Wolves. Still Slicer possession. And we saw a little talk there between both teams. Coach Benj calls a timeout after that, hoping to tighten up the Slicers' offense, to not just chucking it down the court, to avoid this extreme pressure that Michigan City can provide.
Coach Benj is screaming. And he watches this later, he'll realize Carson Crass wasn't even talking to the Michigan City player. Carson Crass was just telling him. So when he watches the film, hopefully this doesn't go bad. I mean, we've had a tendency in the past for LaPorte just not come back after these timeouts and really struggle. So Coach Benj is going to look at this film and be like, maybe I made the wrong call. Maybe. I don't know. He might be mad at Carson Crass. I don't know. Hopefully everything goes out well for both teams, but
regardless, you can't take Carson Crass out of the ball game. We
Yeah.
saw last game when against the Chesterton Trojans, when they took Crass out, they suffered because he is easily the best ball handler under pressure for the Slicers.
well, Carson Crass also struggled in that game, and I mean, it's everyone struggles. Everyone has those moments, and I mean, at least that moment was Tuesday night, not here in the bright lights, Slicer Gym, Friday night against the Michigan City Wolves.
Crass looking for somebody, hits Bragg.
Bragg's open.
Spin move, goes up, and gets it to go.
Zach Bragg. Solid move by the 6'4 junior
Putting the Slicers
for his first
lead
2
to
points of the
12.
game. Zach Bragg showing he can score the basketball. Dakari Watson almost stepped out of bounds there.
The refs calling a foul on the Slicers.
And that was on Zach Bragg, his first.
I didn't see
Team's
that
third.
one.
Free ball, no good. Got to grab that rebound.
Remains Slicer possession, or Wolves possession.
And you can start to feel, I mean, Michigan City, I mean, they have big-time explosive. They score in bunches. If Michigan City starts scoring, this gym can kind of get that feeling of electrifying. I mean, as a fan, you want to see it. Good
Zach
defense.
Bragg gets the
Need
ball,
to slow it down. Need to slow it down.
pushing in transition. The refs, whistles are blowing. I would guess blocking foul on the Wolves. And it was a foul on the Wolves on Omarion Hatch.
You have to slow that ball down. Zach Bragg, I like one-on-four numbers, but your point guard's right there. You got to throw him the rock. Garrett, weak side. Open.
Can't
Mason.
get it. Bragg comes up with the board, goes up strong again for another two.
Zach Bragg is bringing it off the bench. You got to love it. I mean, this is really a person we weren't really expecting to do anything tonight, and he's bringing it tonight. Number 14, Zach Bragg, the junior. Gotta love it.
And here's a replay of Zach Bragg after that.
Letting them know, I'm Zach Bragg.
As you said, he's a face we didn't expect to see out here too much. But with the injury of Grant Gresham and 3 fouls on Grant at large.
LaPorte has gone a 14-3 run out of this third quarter. We haven't seen anything like that all year. In a huge game, we're seeing it. So LaPorte, I mean, applaud to them, Coach Benz, whatever you said in the locker room. It worked. Great job. Great job. Coach Wells, on the other hand, really trying to gather. He's not saying much, but...
Yeah, he's actually sitting down now to avoid another technical and ejection.
Yeah, that'd be bad if he got ejected from the game.
And Grant at large is checking back into the game. As the scoreboard says 4 fouls on Zach Bragg.
But that's all, he only has 2. I mean, that's a miscalculation. Unless he does have 4. I think he only has 2. I mean, he's played, what, 4 minutes? No way he has 4 fouls. That's great minutes right there by Zach Bragg. 4 points off the bench to put LaPorte really Coach Bench really loving it. Got to applaud Zach Bragg for that.
And that's Jenkins Jr. with the free throw.
Jenkins has 8 points. City really been super quiet. Trying to get something explosive on offense.
Grant at large gets it poked away.
Is that Grant at large 4th foul of the game? That's Grant at large's 4th foul of the game. No Grant Gresham, no Grant at large.
It's not looking great for the Slicers in the paint.
I haven't seen Gresham come back onto the. Hopefully he's okay. Like I don't know if they rushed him to the hospital or anything. Hopefully Grant Gresham's okay. Tough kid. Grant at large probably gonna sit out till like 7 minutes left in the 4th. We have Micah Spat playing a big right now. City has a clear advantage. Let's see if they take advantage for LaPorte. We got to slow this ball down, but City has a good chance of getting back into this game. And that's Jenkins again, 10 points.
Schroeder inbounding it for the Slicers. City, almost 4 of their 5 players are on the other side of the half-court line for that pressure.
They're full-court pressuring. They're trying to get something. LaPorte worked on it all week in practice.
Breaking the pressure.
Yes.
Tossing the ball around. Crass
gets
driving in.
hanged.
Yeah, he was driving in and his arm was just pulled back by the Wolves. Here's Crass throwing it in to Mason Schroeder, but it's tipped away by the Wolves. They go up strong, and they can't. And somehow Micah Spat drew a foul for himself.
Micah and his fouls. He knows he has 5 of them. He wants to use all 5.
Yeah, and we're definitely starting to see some aggressive nature from both teams.
Without Grant at large and Grant Gresham, there's a clear advantage. I mean, Mason Schroeder down low. Michigan City has 4 guys on the floor right now that can dunk. We have 0. That's paying. Michigan City has a clear advantage, and they're getting back into this game with free throws. With Hawkins' first point in the game, number 0, and second.
as the Wolves are already in the bonus.
And just like that, Michigan City goes on a 6-0 run, and they're right back in it. Always a dogfight.
Stolen away. Hawkins going up, draws the foul.
If I'm Coach Bench, I'm calling timeout right now. I'm looking at my bench. I'm going with Zach Bragg. I mean, he proves he's shown 4 points. You got to pull one of these guards. I mean, we're just getting eaten alive.
And it's really hard to tell if Micah Spat is playing the big, which would be very undersized at 6 feet.
Hawkins is just going beast mode right now. He's going to the rack, bulldozing over everybody. And just like that, Michigan City is back in this ball game. But he misses that one. Offensive rebound. And a jump ball. Look for Coach Bench to call a close timeout here. And look for him to insert Zach Bragg soon. City just has too much depth right now. Length. They're just killing us.
Crass. Pressure
Smart.
from all sides.
Double team. Someone's open.
They hit Osowski, who pulls up.
Got hit on the arm.
Bang!
Big time. Ethan Osowski re-electrifies the LaPorte student section. Logan Schroeder doing 3 push-ups for that one. Mason's brother.
And they call that on the shot.
That's
Or
and one.
on.
The freshman, Jamie Hodges Jr.
That we haven't seen
And
too
here
much of.
comes Grant Gresham. He comes running back into it, and he's going into the game. This is clutch for LaPorte.
And Slicer fans
Are showing their
laughing.
appreciation.
The first time we see his face, he's running right to the score table, ready to get right back in.
And
playing
LaPorte
his
fans
heart
letting
out.
them know we missed them for the last 2 minutes at least because we got off to that flaming hot start. Now we can go back with the full lineup. Only if Great Aunt Large didn't have 4 fouls, which is clutch. Which is clutch for Michigan City, bad for LaPorte.
Krass goes up, and he gets the bucket.
Carson Krass tallying his 9th point of the game. City pushing.
No hesitation getting the ball down.
Travel.
They call it travel.
Garrett out large saying, come on, let's get loud. Let's get loud. Substitutions are going in. Hawkins is out.
McKinney is out.
Yep. Inserting in more depth.
Tipped away into the
Good at Grant
stands
Gresham. Speed,
by Hodges Jr.
speed and agility. This full court pressure right now. Down 9, you gotta try something.
Krass pushing it down with strength.
Nice pass.
No look
Oh.
pass. Kicked away. Out of bounds by the Wolves.
Krass just trying to be a little too cute. I mean, it was there for a split second. He was just 1 second too late. And that's basketball. Split second decisions. This is going to be a Garrett 3. Oh, no.
Tipped away by the Wolves, but they can't keep it in bounds. Keeping the ball in the hands of the Slicers.
I think the ref pointed towards City. The ref pointed towards City ball, but I didn't understand that either. City trying to use their speed. Ethan's open. Krass. It's going to be a 5-second count. No.
Osowski picks up his dribble. Schroeder outside of the arc.
Garrett going ISO ball.
And they call a foul on the Wolves.
Doyoin Grant, the junior guard. LaPorte looking for the lob, looking for the slip. Schroeder's open. That was a quick 5-second call, Isaac.
That was.
That felt really fast. Ref getting a little antsy. 43 seconds left in the third, 9-point game. Huge rivalry. Who stands? You got a tendency to get a little antsy. even for the officials. Pretty funny. Let's see if City tries to get maybe a 2-for-1. I mean, there's no shot clock or anything. Or they go for the last shot. And it looks like they're going for the basket.
Pulling up mid-range, gets it to go. Evan Bush.
Evan Bush, after having highlights early in the game with a major block, 4 seconds into the game. Garrett at-large has double team. Nice slip.
It gets it blocked away by Bush.
They're pushing. Charge! And
Both
one.
sides cheering. Nobody knows.
And one. That is an offensive. Micah might get teed up. Micah be.
Micah's fat palms up, doesn't know what the refs are calling. And
Micah was set. That's a charge. Instead, number 3, Amarion Hatch.
And the crowd, Michigan City crowd, was loving that.
Trying to tally his 10th point of the night, and he gets it. And it's a Sooner ball game. 10 seconds left. LaPorte just trying to get out of this.
And they do.
Quarter. Pressure on them.
But it's kept by the Wolves.
Foul, Garrett.
Will go up. And
Bad
draw a foul on Garrett at-large.
Bad foul right there by Garrett at-large.
Putting him into a deeper pit that he has dug for himself in these fouls.
LaPorte, I mean, letting this atmosphere get to our heads. We were so good all game in these last minute and a half. Coach Benj, I mean, he might be getting a little mad. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's a 4-point game.
Up, and you were up 12. 4 minutes to go. City just... And that shows right now without number 44, Grant at-large. I mean, our offense should go through him. I mean, elite scorer. I mean, he really does it all defensively, too. I mean, runs like this don't happen. Oh, no way.
Pulling up. Grant couldn't get the 3.
This place would have went ballistic if he would have hit that one.
And your score at the end of the third, 51-47, Slicers.
And to take into the fourth quarter, let's see when Coach Bench is going to go to number 44. Is he going to go 7:30 to go or 4:30 to go? Huge question mark. We don't know.
And also notable with all these fouls, Michigan City is in a double bonus already as the Slicers have 10 fouls.
The City has 6, so LaPorte will be in the double bonus next foul. So we could see a lot of free throw shooting game from here on out. This could be a free throw shooting contest.
And this is really an electrifying atmosphere all around. Of course, there's a home court advantage, but with the schools being so close to each other and such a rivalry present, there are so many fans from both sides showing up tonight.
You clearly see one side's full LaPorte. The other side, half of it's Michigan City, half of it's LaPorte. So 75% LaPorte, but a great showing, 25% Michigan City.
And pretty packed, too. Backs against the walls, bleachers pretty much filled. Great turnout for tonight's rivalry game.
Like I said earlier, if you ask the 97-98 team led by Greg Tonigal, they'll say, oh, man, what are we playing, Westville? No knack on Westville, but, I mean, this place was sold out back when they used to play.
And here, possession is for Michigan City.
And the fans starting to get into it. 8 minutes to go, 4-point game. This is what we came to watch. This is going to be an exciting one. If you're just joining us here on Slicer Network, LaPorte, after getting off to a hot third quarter, we're up big. City has came roaring back, 51-47. And now it's a free throw shooting contest. Both teams, one's in the bonus, one's in the double bonus. This could be a free throw shooting contest, and let's see what team wants it more, because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and this roaring comeback by the Michigan City Wolves can be attributed to fouls. Grant at-large is on the bench with 4 fouls, and I believe Garrett at-large has 3. And Crass's free throw bounces around. about 6 times. And finally drops in.
Crass laughs about it. Tallies his 10th point of the game. Crass really hasn't been a scorer until recently. He's really been scoring the rock.
And he gets the second as well.
And Kraft divides his number in half. And that's how many points he has with 7:40 left in the fourth quarter. 22 divided by 2, 11.
Pulling up is Grant. Couldn't get it. A foul on the Wolves as they try to reach in for the ball.
And another free throw shooting contest.
And that foul was on Tahari Watson, who has been, in moments, stroking the ball tonight.
And Coach Wells and his coming out party back in Michigan City has been on the bench due to a technical foul. Really wanted to see more action from him. I'm sure we're going to see it 5 minutes to go in this game, though. So be ready for Coach Wells to start leading he's still leading his team, but he just can't, do what he wants to do.
Yeah, I don't know if he's left the bench yet.
Yeah, because he has that technical foul and doesn't want to get ejected.
And that is crucial for the Wolves. As you see big cutouts of his face held up by the Michigan City student section.
And a sign saying, "We took Wells." And LaPorte, you take L's. Good rhyme. That's actually a good rhyme, man. I actually like that. Props to City. Wasowski misses a second. Wasowski has 9 points tonight. LaPorte student section getting the DDD defense. Champ. Nice move by Hodges, the freshman. At large. Good rebound for LaPorte.
Schroeder.
Grass looking to push.
And he does.
City looking for a pop steal.
Press drives in, puts it up. No good.
Ethan was wide open. Wide open. Instead, it's a 5-point change. Just like that. Carson Crass at the logo. You're going to look at the film. Ethan Osowski wide open for 3. You got to pass the ball. Starting point guard, you got to pass the ball. Instead, City's shooting free throw, and these 5-point swings determine the outcome of the game. And we're going to see that coming clutch. Well, if we go back to this and Michigan City wins this game, they've had too many 5-point swings where LaPorte could have had a 3. We didn't get it. Instead, they're shooting free throws on the other end. So 5-point swings. Really, that's really why they're in this game. It's a 2-possession game right now.
And that's Hodges at the line. Made the first. Makes the second. Schroeder
Hodges, the
throws
lead
it
scorer,
in.
has 9. He's been in foul trouble, so he hasn't really seen his full arsenal tonight. Looking for Garrett. Garrett.
Osowski gets the ball in his hands.
Nice
drives
move.
in. Goes up no good.
Got to have those.
And the Wolves
City looking for a
pushing
3.
it. In and out for Desmond Hawkins.
And these are these 5-point swings, so we keep preaching it. Missed 3, foul. 3-2. 3 plus 2 is 5.
Good math.
Thanks, Isaac. I appreciate it. My partner in crime, Isaac Chezem.
And that puts Carson Crass at the line.
Future Harvard graduate.
Yeah, 4.0. Smart guy.
You don't have to brag, Isaac, we know.
I'm just kidding.
Grass knocked down the first. For his 12th point of the game. Grass really been solid tonight all game. Can't you agree, Isaac?
Yeah. And he sinks the second. And he has 2 fouls. Definitely someone you can't let get in foul trouble because of
it's late
how
in the game.
crucial he is when it comes to handling the ball under pressure.
Yeah, I think LaPorte shouldn't really worry about that one. Maybe in the first quarter we worry. Not now, we're good.
Hawkins pulls up from deep, can't get it.
City has been stone cold from 3. Watson hit one. Watson's not in this game. Look for them maybe to go to it.
Crass tried to pass it out to Schroeder. City goes up.
Misses it, but gets it.
Tip in by Hawkins.
Hawkins, that's his fifth point of the game.
And with that timeout called by Coach Tom Wells for the Michigan City
Coach
Wolves.
Wells jumped off that seat.
And that puts the score 56-51 Slicers. We're going to take a short break as there's a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with you in a short second.
Trying to pass it out to Schroeder. City goes up. Misses it. But gets a tip in by Hawkins. Hawkins, that's his fifth point of the game. And that timeout called by Tom Wells from Michigan City. Wells jumped off that seat. And that puts the score 56-51. We're going to take a short break as there's a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with you.
Cole, what do you think Coach Tom Wells is telling his players during this timeout?
We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. He's telling his guys, you got to believe. You got to believe you're going to win this game. We're going to full court pressure. We're going to run LaPorte out of this gym the last 6 minutes in the game. And let's bring a show. Coach Tom Wells wants to go on some of these runs, and we talk about runs. I mean, 6 minutes to go. You can go on one of those runs and end this game. 8-10-0 run. Probably more than that, but look at this. Showing elite double team.
And Crash threw it out of bounds as he was in the ideal trap position
Tip.
for the Wolves.
And here comes Mr. Grant at large. He has 4 fouls, 5:48 left in the game. Pretty risky move, but I think you have to make the move. Yeah.
With only a 5-point lead, you need somebody that can take you out of that and lead you through.
Yeah,
and
but if he has
that guy.
4 fouls here, so say he fouls them, he's out of this game. So I think risky move, but I think it's a move you have to make. And you'll see his skill set determine this. Could see some highlights here. Oh, and he misses
And
the layup.
missed again.
What?
Smothered. Trying to put it back up. And they call out a foul on Garrett At-Large, making that his 4th. So the At-Large brothers both have 4 fouls. Definitely not the guys you want to see racking up those fouls.
No, not at all.
If you're a Slicer fan, that is.
Yeah, for Michigan City, you're like, get these guys out of the game. They're killing us. Garrett has 19. Grant only has 4, but just because he's been on the bench for a while. Deesmon Hawkins with the 6th point of the game. In this game, it's a 4-point game, trying to make this a 1-possession game. See if Hawkins can bury this. It feels like he's been in the line all night. It feels like he shot 10 free throws. But that's his 9th one. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. 5:30 to go. This is why everyone's here. This is the $6 mission you paid. This is why right here. This 10-second call.
And they get it
Be
across
strong.
the timeline.
Osowski
In the corner. Airballs it too strong. That was what the Slicers needed right there, a 3. But they just couldn't get it. Wide open.
Uh-oh. Freshman.
Hodges couldn't sink it. Garrett At-Large gets it poked away.
Oh.
Thankfully, they call it out of bounds for the Slicers. To remain.
And Coach
the ball
Bench,
in their
here's a
hands.
timeout.
And there's a timeout on the floor. Cole, what do you think LaPorte needs to do to bring back the momentum and lead that they had earlier in the game?
Well, Isaac, I think Michigan City was really they started playing their game. Like Michigan City started pushing the ball. They started knocking out turnovers. LaPorte, I mean, you're at home, under the lights, 56-53. We need to – the pressure, I mean, pressure is something we put on ourselves. There's no pressure. I mean, if you either win or lose this game, and a great shot at Coach Benz right here preaching to his guys, probably drawing up plays they worked on practice. LaPorte's just got to relax. I mean, at the end of the game, you're not teaching something new. All these guys know something. You don't teach something new with 5 minutes to go in the game. Just relax, take a deep breath, be like, a lot of these guys been there. We have a 4-year starter. You have a 3-year starting at point guard, 4-year starting at shooting guard. Grant at large, 2-year starter. Going to be a 4-year. So LaPorte's just got to relax. Let's go do our thing. Let's do what LaPorte. I mean, 2 weeks ago, against Lake Central, we were in the same exact position. Michigan City has way more speed than Lake Central, but we just got to relax, go do our thing, and I think the outcome will play for itself.
Yeah, you said about being relaxed. I think Michigan City really got relaxed and in the groove that they're used to playing with, and that's what's hurt the Slicers here tonight.
Yeah, Michigan City, they stopped shooting threes, and they started going to the basket. City trots back here. Throwing out the trap.
Crass gets it stolen away.
That's out of bounds. What? How's that not LaPorte ball? This has to be.
I have no clue.
Wait, a foul. That's a foul on Carson Crass on that one. Really unsure how or why that happened. I think they must have threw Carson and Crass out of bounds. Refs saw something, have to agree. But something you do not want to see for Coach Ben. And Coach Ben, the orange jacket coming off.
It's getting heated in here.
He's getting a little sweaty. Got to take that off,
It's a good time while he wore it, though. A little something new.
And guess who's at the line again? Desmond Hawkins. And he misses. Isaac, this guy has shot. This is his 10th free throw of the game. This guy has been to the free throw line all game long.
Yeah, he really knows how to draw a foul, even though that last possession was debatable. Crass bringing the ball up for the Slicers under pressure.
Hawkins is 65% from the free throw line, so I think that's where he's at, 6 for 10. At large, baseline. Oh, he has to go back on that. No.
And that's LaPorte ball as number 12. Evan Bush tried to save it.
Grant at large had his move. He just had to go use the other side. He tried to go back to the left. If he would have went to the right, I think he would have been there.
Yeah, he was stuck behind the basket. He got a little too far of where he wanted to go.
Looking for.
He's trying to post
large
up,
down low.
and he does.
Throw the double. Nice move.
Somehow it rolls out. Crass goes up with the foul. That's 2 free throws.
And if you look at it, you can think of Grant at large missing the free throw or missing the layup, but getting that tip back, that was really clutch. And you see a great video shot right here.
Crass
almost an and one
going
by
up.
Carson Crass.
What the Slicers need here in double bonus. Crass gets the first.
That's Carson Crass' 15th point of the game. That's tallying up on his all-time game record.
And his next free throw is good.
Big shot.
Putting the Slicers lead to 4, 58,
making this
54.
a 2-possession game with 4:35 left. This is what Indiana basketball is about. This is what the rivalry is about. Close games. Let's see who wants it. Coach Wells versus Coach Bench. This is picture perfect for a fan if you wanted. Deep three.
By Hawkins.
Desmond Hawkins with his 11th point of the game. He is shooting the basketball at a very high. Oh, nice move by at large.
But can't get it. Garrett at large draws the foul while going up.
Grant at large is getting what he wants. He just can't finish. That was tough right there. But, for Coach Ben, keep feeding him. And you see right there, no finish. But Garrett at large going to the free throw line to do what he loves. And that's shoot free throws.
And he's a phenomenal free throw shooter, too.
76%. Last year he was 90%, I believe.
Yeah.
So, a little lower, but just playing more.
Yeah, getting a little more contact as he's been trying to make his own shots this season, driving in. You expect him getting roughed up on those fouls a little bit more.
Got to hit the free throws, though. And he'd be the first one to tell you.
And his second is good. 2-point lead for the Slicers. 4 minutes left in the fourth.
That puts Garrett at 20 for the night. Great steal. Slow the ball down. Coach Ben's preaching. Slow it down. Slow it down. Put it in Krass's hand. They're trying to throw a double, and they get him for traveling. Coach Ben's infuriated. Unsure why. I'm unsure why, but
maybe because he blew a 13-point lead to a 2-point lead here in the fourth.
What? Yes. That's exactly why. Is it Michigan City looking for an open shot? You just feel 3-ball. No.
And it's good by number 2 to Hari Watson.
Hari Watson. His 10th point of the game. City's first lead all game. Carson Krass threw it to the man. This could be a dunk show.
Going up for the layup.
This place is so
Desmond
loud here
Hawkins.
in Slicer Gym. If I'm Garrett out large, I'm looking for the ball. Grant, you got to slow it down. City, the student section's coming back. LaPorte, let's see if we have an answer.
They finally are able to talk here in the game, getting the lead to 3 points.
And that was a big-time shot
by Watson. And Watson, in an interview with the News Dispatch of Michigan City, is quoted saying, "If I'm open, I feel it. I'm going to shoot it." And he most definitely see that tonight.
If he's past the volleyball line, I don't care where that man is. Coach Wells, they work on deep threes. I mean, they have big-time shooting drills with Coach Wells, and they shoot NBA threes at practice. I mean, pretty unique style. But, I mean, that's what they work on. I mean, they're hitting shots late. Here you have Grant at large. Misses in it. Grant at large has 5 points tonight. City trying to push. There's no need to push. And, look, City's going to slow it down.
And you most definitely see that tonight.
And this field just like last year. Just like last year. Same situation, but it was the other way around. So let's see what happens.
Hodges gets the screen. They switch it. And with
Gresham
that switch,
fouls.
Gresham throws his arm in for the foul.
And the freshman going to the line. Jamie Hodges Jr. Let's see if the state's too big for him. Been the leading scorer all year, but he hasn't been in the LaPorte Michigan City rivalry.
Just like last year, same situation.
Oh, and he misses badly.
And Slicers have something to cheer about now.
I mean, young freshman at the line. I mean, you're crazy if you don't think experience matters. Experience matters, Isaac. I mean, it's showing right here with Jamie Hodges. Let's see if he can step up and knock this one down.
And he does.
Big shot. Hodges has 10 points. To go along with the 3 other teammates who has 10 points, including Watson Hatch and Jose Jenkins.
They get it down to Grant Gresham, who lays it in, but it bounces out. They say it's no good in a jump ball. Still Slicer possession, but robs the Slicers of those 2 points, which would have made it a 1-point lead for Michigan City.
Wide open layup we have to have. I mean, Grant Gresham, man, I mean, that's a layup. When you work every day in practice, we got to have that. I know he was looking for the 3 ball. Let's see what happens here. There's hitting. Oh, a lot larger. Garrett was open.
And they still get the ball to him. But
Let's see if Garrett goes ISO ball here. 3 ball. Oh, not the shot you wanted. Krass trying to bully.
With strength.
Gets fouled.
He draws the foul.
Garrett on that one. Just shoot the ball. I mean, don't worry about contact. Just go right through contact. I mean, if he hits you, that's 3 shots. Go through contact. Right there. Instead, Carson Krass goes the point guard, get out and get a rebound, shooting 2 shots. LaPorte needs these free throws. 2:15 here checks in, Micah. Krass gets it to go.
And Spat comes in for Garrett out large.
This is another big free throw. At the beginning of the year, Crass looked tired in this situation. Looks a little different now. A little different, Carson Crass. And he hits that one. Crass has 18.
And that puts
Offense,
the lead
defense.
to 1. Schroeder coming in for Gresham.
Number 12, Evan Bush, is gone. An elite high-flying shot blocker is out of this one for the rest of the way. So LaPorte has to be somewhat pleased.
After some substitution confusion, Grant at large is the one earning a spot on the bench. Driving in, Hodges.
Good defense. Oh, and the ref gets him.
May call a foul on the Slicers there.
And Hodges missed one badly earlier. Let's see, but he hits the other one, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, with a 1-point lead for the Wolves, every point matters. Especially with 2:03 left in the game.
And you'll start to see, like, the people that aren't nervous right now, the people that dream about these moments, they'll start to shine, and you'll start to see it in these next 2 minutes. As Hodge misses a big free throw. I mean, freshman experience. I mean, he's gonna be a huge part in this rivalry for years to come. But freshman year, a little different. He misses both offensive, and they get the timeout. Crass.
And Slicer fans are clapping it up.
Well, in the first quarter, we saw Crass Crass was in midair when he called that timeout, and he landed out of bounds. So, I mean, I'm unsure of the rule, but I think you have to have both feet in bounds. And, I mean, you might have got away with one for the Slicer. A little home court advantage, you can say. Probably not, but you never know.
And as the Slicers were leading the Michigan City Wolves 10 fouls to 6, now the fouls are tied up, 10-10. Which has taken some players out and put on the bench for Michigan City.
And LaPorte put their offensive crew, including Grant and Garrett At-Large, back on the floor. Let's see what LaPorte brings here. I mean, last year in this situation, 45 seconds to go. LaPorte down 2. We threw it out to Garrett At-Large. Hit a huge three to put us up 1. Let's see if Garrett has the same magic as last year for LaPorte.
And they get it to Garrett.
LaPorte just has to really get this across half court. 10
and
seconds.
they're struggling
7,
to do
8.
so.
Oh, we get it across. Grass needs to be yelling for the ball. Stop. Gets a lucky bounce. No
Grant
foul.
At-Large tried to draw a foul. Hawkins goes up.
Good defense by
No
Grass.
good.
Jump ball.
Yet again a jump ball.
We had a perfect view. Grant At-Large got slapped right on the wrist.
And there's a great defensive possession for the Slicers, stopping that easy layup that the Wolves would have had.
Coach Tom Wells calls timeout.
1:38 left in the game. 63-62, Michigan City.
So obviously Ben's infuriated, but I want to talk about Michigan City for a second. Isaac, what would you be telling your guy, if you're Coach Tom Wells, if you're in his shoes right now, what would you be telling your guys?
I'd be telling them that they're capable of this win. Coming back down about 13 points to leading by 1 in the fourth, less than 2 minutes to go. They're able to finish this game off with a win in this classic rivalry game.
Yeah, I'd be letting them know, like, this is what we work for, man. I mean, I've been in this gym, and I know how it feels to win. I know how it feels to lose. I'd be telling Ben as a LaPorte perspective. I said, we just have to want it more. And you're a great shot. The family for Michigan City brings, as we can clearly see. We have to want it. We're up 1 minute 38. I mean, this is our game to lose. We got this. That's what I'd be telling them.
And with that, both teams are back on the court.
Coach Wells had his clipboard out, so maybe you see a little backdoor action to the cup. You never know. Maybe a roop around by number 10, Karen McKinney. Yep, and it is. Yep.
McKinney went up and gets it.
Called it to perfection. And we have not seen Jalen Bullock really been a key piece. Has been on the bench basically all game with all his fouls. Grass pushing, wide open layup, just throw layup.
And draws the foul yet again going up. He's been getting quite comfortable on the free throw line. It's been a lot of the game there.
The worst part about going offense-defense, and a great view right here from Carson Crass, trying to connect on the and one but can't get it. And the worst part about going offense-defense, you have Micah Spat and you have Mason Schroeder on the floor when you're trying to score. So if you're not going to burn a timeout, you have your two best offensive players on the bench. So, I mean, you got to love the offense-defense and the 4 fouls, so you have to think about it. But at the same time, you have to start thinking, I don't know if we're going to do it. And Amarion Hatch with his 4th foul. Crass misses a huge, huge free throw.
As the Slicers are down 3, 120 left in the game.
Crass has 18 tonight. He's got to hit this one. You have to hit this one. Big stage, a lot of atmosphere. This is what you dream of, Carson. And he misses it.
And they call a foul on Crass as he tried to get his own board. He knew right away that wasn't going in and just started bolting for where the ball
starting
was going.
3-year point guard. I don't care what anyone says. You got to hit your free throws. And I think, he hits it, and he can't get mentally out of it right now. He's played all game. You're going to let minute and 20 seconds. This is the outcome of the game. He's got to stay mentally focused, and you got to step up and hit free throws. You work all the time. Step up, hit free throws. It's good, just like practice.
And with that, McKinney makes his first in the double bonus.
Karen McKinney, the senior, really been playing a huge impact late.
And he gets the second as well. Slicers get it poked away. Bodies on the floor, popped out.
City ball.
Is the ball going up are the Wolves to get another 2 points.
Jahari Watson. Crass, you got to look for shooters. Got to look for shooters. You can't.
And he draws yet another foul after getting tossed on the ground. Hopefully he can connect on this. And here's a replay. Crass driving in. Spin move. Going up. Hard foul on his own.
Just because we're the point guard doesn't mean you have to go make plays. Ethan Osowski shouting, this game's not over. But we're acting like it's over. We're acting like it's over. Dead bench. The players are really I don't know what we're doing.
And Carson hits his first. Yeah, I think a lot of the energy is just sucked out of the LaPorte student section because
we're letting one play just determine, and one play leads to 2 plays, leads to 3 plays, leads to 4 plays, and we just seen it. We got to have short mental boosts. You got to just be out of it.
And they put Zach Bragg and Micah Spat in the game to hopefully have a little better.
So say if we get a steal here, we don't really have any score besides Ethan. We don't really have guys known to score the basketball.
And you see Garrett Large standing up, not even sitting down because they're going to put him right
They're
back
attacking
in.
Timeout.
By Grant Gresham.
Pull up.
Osowski pushing it down.
Shoot. Timeout.
Crass baseline, puts it up.
Good.
Put back in by Grant Gresham.
I don't know why.
Just what the Slicers need. And they call a foul on Micah Spat.
And as we can see,
tapping the guy on the shoulder.
We can see Jamie Hodges Jr. Kind of a bonehead mistake by a freshman. Why are you going to the rack? With 50 seconds left, up 5. It's kind of bonehead play, but let's see if their sophomore starting point guard, Marion Hatch, can knock down these free throws. This gym is so loud here, the Slicer gym. And a big miss.
By Omarion Hatch.
Putting our scores back in. For LaPorte, a key thing, we got to block him out. City likes to get over. We have the jump ball, so that's nice. Don't be surprised for a miss, and City's going to be charging.
And he makes the
Hatch
second.
drains it for his 11th. It's a 4-point game.
Slicers hope to break the pressure. And a sloppy pass to McKinney. He goes, passes it,
Travel. What? He never touched it.
and another foul. Called.
City thinks they won the game. It's a 4-point game. If I'm LaPorte, I'm sitting there like, you guys think you won this game. I'm going to come down. I'm going to be Garrett out large. I'm going to come down and hit a 3.
Yeah, these touchy fouls
Crass
in the last minute have
Crass
really
is gone.
hurt the Slicers.
Isaac, you talked about it in the fourth quarter. Crass has 2 fouls. Crass is gone. Okay, so I'm unsure what we're going to do. He played his heart out. He just didn't have it late.
And they make the first. Potentially another nail going into the coffin of the Slicers.
And when LaPorte starts realizing, I'm not saying anything, but LaPorte, we lost. Like, no one should be happy about their individual performance.
And he does make the second, making it a 2-possession game. .30 seconds left.
City's in this full
Slicer
court
ball.
pressure.
LaPorte needing to break the pressure quickly. Grant Gresham, reverse layup, and it's good. 20 seconds left in the game.
Oh,
City trying to get it in.
they foul the freshman. That's who you want to foul.
Who was missing a few earlier this quarter.
LaPorte's in. Spat's gone.
That's the 5th foul for
I don't
Micah
know.
Spat.
Who are we going to go, Zach?
Zach Bragg going into the game in his place.
Large has 4. The other Large has 4. I mean, everyone's fouling out. 16.2 seconds left. I mean, it don't really matter.
Yeah, 4 points, 16 seconds.
If I'm Coach Bench, we're either winning or we're losing. This game's not going to OT. Big miss.
Missed. Big miss by Hodges, the freshman.
He's missed a lot down here in the late. I mean, he's going to be a huge face in 2-3 years, but it's about this year right now. I mean, unbelievable talent though, and he misses both. You got to look for. He could have got called for a foul right there.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a foul,
Wait, it is a foul.
and that would
Bonehead mistake.
and that puts Grant out large at the line, who's a pretty solid free throw shooter. Just under the pressure that he's in. 4-point game, 15 seconds left. It's a matter of will he make it.
Tahari Watson with his 3rd. If that was on Amarion Hatch, that would have been his 5th, and you'd have been gone. Isaac, this game's not over. This game's just starting, if you ask me. Big free throw by Grant out large.
And just as he said,
You got to hit
Just
this, and
started.
you got to be in full court pressure.
1 possession
Deesmont
game.
Hawkins checks in the game. It's a big free throw. Let's see what Grant does here. You got to be in full court pressure, Ethan. Make sure we don't.
And he misses it.
Oh, he makes it.
It popped up and in.
Oh, he steals it.
Stolen by Grant out large. They call it
It's
time.
a 2-point game.
Slicers get the timeout. 7.9 seconds left in the 4th. And the crowd is loving it here in Slicer Gym. 72-70, Michigan City. LaPorte potentially a game-winning play. Great turn of events for the Slicers, even after crucial free throws that were missed on their end of the court.
City was celebrating with 40 seconds left. We won. Last time I checked, LaPorte's got a shot to go win this game.
Of course, they have a lot of players on the bench due to fouls, but this is when you got to give it your all. 2 points. And they're trying to.
It's 7.1.
Yeah, somehow the clock was
8.0.
cleared.
There should be 7.1 seconds.
And they're trying to configure it.
Get Froggy down there. The retired Froggy. Get him down there. He knows. Froggy knows. Froggy's in the building today. I saw him earlier. He's an awesome guy. And let's see what LaPorte draws up. And it's going to be an Ethan and South. I think LaPorte goes for the win. Your starting point guard's out. Micah Spat's out on defense. We have to go for the win. Like, you can't. We're not trying to play for overtime because our starting point guard.
Yeah.
Who has 20? Out. Micah Spat, our best defender, out. You got to go for the win. 4 fouls for both out-large brothers. You got to go to Garrett. Go to Garrett.
And the clock still isn't reset. It's still at 0. They're still trying to work that one out.
And the turn of events. City fans getting hyped. LaPorte fans getting hyped. I'm telling you, where's Froggy? Still 0.0. They're trying to get 8.1. You can't get 8.1, so you probably got to go to 9. Click it. Try to get the little timer thing. Trying to work the scoreboard at.
And they are giving them more time.
Sometimes it's almost good. I mean, not good for LaPorte just because, like, starting.
And here we go. Here we see some live feed of the scoreboard trying to get fixed. Somehow got cleared on the time. Yeah, but this is definitely
Mr.
beneficial.
Gillian, the AD, Mr. Gillian going over there. He's trying to make his way. Coach Heiss, the JV coach, who just lost a heartbreaker. Up 19 in the first quarter. They blow the lead in OT. They lost it. I mean, Coach, heartbreaking loss. Let's see what the varsity does. Let's see if we bounce back. We can knock down a shot here. And, geez, I wouldn't mind more basketball. I love watching this. I mean, LaPorte, if they throw it down to Grant at large and he gets a bucket, I don't mind that at all. And as you can see, the score there. Yes.
And the crowd
the scoreboard.
Is cheering. Finally.
Mr. Gillian.
Basketball is back. And the student section cheering like crazy.
We're down 2. So I don't really know why we're cheering.
Yeah, LaPorte's student section is a lot louder than Michigan City's, and they have the lead.
With 8.6 seconds. So that's high school basketball for you.
Hoosier hysteria in its finest.
They're double teaming Garrett. Wait, no, they're not. Coach Wells saying something
to the referee.
He's just clarifying. If he starts jawing, imagine those shenanigans. Technical foul. Wells is out. 2 free throws and their ball. That would be craziness at its most. Let's see what LaPorte draws up.
Bragg inbounding it.
We're going to Sowski.
He gets the ball. 6, 5. Bragg goes up.
And Wade gets it! Offensive. Bucket and the foul. Offensive foul. Offensive foul on Zach Brad. That's a charge.
An unset Michigan City player somehow gets the charge. And now a lot of talk between players, a lot of confusion here. Among fans, among coaches.
Well, it's an offensive foul, so you can't go to free throw line. I have no idea.
And Coach Benj is really letting the ref know that was the wrong call. And that might have been a blocking depending on your angle.
Bragg's gone. Eject. Oh.
That put him at 5 fouls.
I didn't think he was set. Wells is going to get a timeout.
Yeah, I really didn't think he was set either. And he was way out there. Like, he was trying to draw a charge from about the elbow.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about that call.
We haven't.
6 seconds left in the game.
You've called one charge all game. They've called blocking all game, and now they're going to call a charge. I mean, I don't care if you're going to call charges, but be consistent.
Yeah.
Be consistent. If you're going to call fouls all game or call blocking fouls all game, call blocking fouls. If you're going to call charges, call charges. They were calling blocking fouls all game long, and they call a charge there. I mean, man, that's tough. But LaPorte still got a shot. Let's see if City throws it away. LaPorte dribbles up 3 ball, and that's best case scenario. You try to foul as quickly as possible.
And it's a 2-point
And
lead.
you see the replay of this place just going bananas. No one has no idea what's going on. And then City fans are cheering, LaPorte fans are cheering, and the ref goes, I'm sorry, that's an offensive charge. Zach Bragg is on the bench. Zach Bragg really had a really good game.
As he is, I believe, the third slicer
Ben's just jawing.
fouled out.
Official, I think, knows it. Ben's is just jawing at him. And the official's just sitting there.
That was the call to decide the game, and I would be angry too if
Game's
I were
not over.
Coach Ben.
3.6 seconds. They're going to go deep. They're going deep.
And we see him running,
They're wide open deep.
and I believe Garrett out large with the foul. That
He's gone.
would put him at
Garrett's
5.
gone.
That is not the guy you want fouling. Your best 3-point shooter.
Well, you have no one else on the bench. So,
And that is his 5th, putting him out of the game.
Carson Crass, gone. Micah Spat, gone. Zach Bragg, gone. Garrett out large, gone. They're gonna go to freshmen. They're out here going to freshman. Kid hasn't played all game. They're putting him on the floor, man.
Just serious foul
Go get the water boy. Go put him on the floor. Our bench is basically empty.
And
They're putting in Drew Noworoski, number 30, my neighbor. This place is just going wild. Drew, pretty excellent 3-point shooter on JV.
Yeah. But with 2.9 seconds left,
City is. This game. The game's not over. I mean, Dahari Watson has 14. See if he makes this one.
he makes the first.
If he makes this one, it's over.
Definitely.
You can pack your bags and leave.
Yeah, and we do see some fans walking down the bleachers trying to beat the traffic.
Traffic Kings. It's over if he hits it. He misses it.
Out large. Something's thrown in the court. Michigan City wins the ball game.
I don't know who's throwing stuff. That's unacceptable.
And
City just going bananas. Drew, oh no.
And that's the game.
Yeah, don't get it.
For-
Oh no.
For the
Gosh,
LaPorte
no.
Slicers and Michigan City Wolves. Score 73-70, Michigan City. It was a really good ball game.
Yeah, we got to get cops out on this floor. Good game. Unacceptable ending.
Yeah,
People are going to be getting in trouble with this one.
yeah, a call that
Tough loss.
it all came down to that one call. Shot went in.
Benj is still John. I'm not going to say anything, but I don't blame him. If I'm Benj, I'd be going at him.
Yeah.
Everything.
Just
Just a heartbreaking loss. Big time win for City. Wells is coming out party. He comes back. He wins at LaPorte. Tough loss for Coach Benj. Losing to the old coach. I mean, all that shenanigans. So,
Yeah, really a tough loss for the tough loss for the Slicers.
that is Michigan City will move to 9-4 on the year. Coach Wells moves to 1 second here. Wells moves to 2-1.
In the conference.
LaPorte moves to 7-7, 1-2 in the conference. It's a heartbreaking loss for LaPorte. Big time wins for Wells' coming out party.
Yes.
And I know you might be exiting right now. Don't exit because we're going to try to get a replay with you here shortly. So don't be clicking out, going to sleep or anything. Stay tuned. We're going to have it for you. And we got it right here. And we'll see it. The charge call. Zach Bragg going up. Oh, horrible call. Oh, that was so bad.
And that would have been
my
likely a
gosh.
Slicer win.
Oh my gosh.
That anomaly of a call compared to previous ones
That official.
let the Slicers
Oh,
down.
the guy was turned sideways. He jumped in. That's and one. Oh, look at that call.
That would have been a win
He's
for
not
the
set.
Slicers.
He's in the
No.
air. Oh my gosh. That's the game. It's 72-72, 3 seconds left.
And that's why the Slicers, the student section, was just roaring compared to the silent Michigan City during that possession.
Oh my gosh.
Fans knew, Coach Benj knew. Really a tough loss with the wrong call,
Late.
according to our instant replay. Sadly, they don't have that live.
So
Regardless, that's the game, folks. 73-70, Michigan City.
I mean, great ball of a game. Hate to see it end like that,
Hate to see it.
but LaPorte move on, Michigan City move on, and I think we'll be back in action Saturday night. So Friday night against Valpo. Play tomorrow.
And the next game for LaPorte is home against Crown Point.
January 31st, so 7 days, Friday night.
7 o'clock Central Time.
So and that will be all for our wonderful podcast with my bro, Isaac Chezem, Mr. 4-0. And for tomorrow, stay tuned for the girls game. We're doing it at 12 o'clock. They take on South Bend Riley. Should be a ball. And we'll actually have some live feedback from an actual player. He's doing the Grand at large. I think I'm doing that with him. So hopefully LaPorte moves on in the right direction. And I think that's it.
That's all, folks. Thank you for tuning in here on Slicer Network to the live broadcast of Michigan City versus LaPorte in a classic rivalry game.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Have a great night.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Should be a ball. And we'll actually have some live feedback.